I had to quiet everybody off the internet and get them to stop talking to me. Let me wait for people to join, I guess. I gotta go this way. Yeah, what's up, y'all? So I've been here. I just had to, I wanted some silence, and I also pulled cards for today's tarot. I did that as well. My whole plan of today was funding my business. There were funding options that I was going to look into today. I guess I'll look into some of them tomorrow because now it's almost 5 o'clock. I'll start off with that tomorrow. But yeah, I was going to do that and focus on my t-shirts and other things while I watch game 1 of the NBA Finals, because it's Lakers versus Miami. So, yeah. That's what I'm doing right now. Hold on. I am turning on my solar power charger, and we are off. So, yeah. It's lovely. It felt good to be back down here. And I just kind of wanted to experience that myself without a bunch of hubbub. There's a bar I used to go to over here. I don't know if it's open. There's a whole lot of stuff that's not here or whatever because of COVID. Like the Fun Factory, where they used to have a tilt-a-whirl. And I love that little ride. It's fun. It's super fun. They used to have that back in the corner, and it's not there anymore. So, I don't know if that bar is there. But the buses run funny here. And, ouch. I know where I'm headed. So I'm like, it's still mad early. Let me just skedaddle. And so that's what I'm doing now. I'm skedaddling. I'll post the cards for today's tarot. And while I'm on the bus or whatever, I'll add it to my website. But yeah, I'm just over here enjoying what I'm creating and having fun. Dude, the real shit, Dave Chappelle told me this years and years ago, when I first got to LA, which is now coming up on my 12-year anniversary of me being, a LA resident living in California, blah, 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 because I came out here in 2008. I was at the Laugh Factory, and it was a bunch of comedians and shit who were my age or, my rank or whatever in comedy, like fairly new, maybe, because I was 2 years in the game when I came out here. And there were people who were newer than that, or they had just as much time, but nobody who was around had more than like 4 or 5 years. Nobody. And stand up since he had went away, and so it was kind of exciting. Like he had, he was around that time. There were like rare sightings of Dave Chappelle because he was just like off in his world, minding his business and shit. And like Dave came out and, kind of like did like how he always does. He smokes a cigarette and like was doing his stuff. And like, as soon as he got off, like a gang of us was like, yo, Dave, oh my God, we love you. What? And Dave was like, he was real cool. He was very nice. And he was like, hey man, let me tell y'all what the main thing y'all all need to be worried about. Don't worry about getting rich. Don't worry about getting famous. Fuck all that shit. Enjoy this journey. He was like, I've been doing this shit since I was 15, and it's getting here that was the fun part. He was like, the fame and all that shit wasn't as fun. He's like, it wasn't as fun. He was like, getting here was fun as fuck. Just enjoy the journey, right? Fast forward, 2017, I was hosting at the Improv. Dave did another one of his pop-ins to just go do like stand-up. He just showed the fuck up and decided he wanted to do 45 minutes and shit. And everybody was all excited. And so when I saw him, I greeted him and shit. And I reminded him that I saw him and he said that. Dave was like, that sounds like some shit I'd say. And he lit up his cigarette and got on stage. I was like, Virgos, we're weird. We're just so fucking weird. So, and one of the reasons why I don't even trip, and listen, he said that was 2008. Okay? Let me give y'all some context of where I come from for real. Around the time I started comedy, that was around the time Joe Rogan beat the shit out of Carlos Mencia, who ended up getting the show after Chappelle left. He got the show with Comedy Central after Chappelle left. Joe Rogan beat the shit out of Carlos Mencia at the Comedy Store for stealing jokes. That was something that was like super hot, a hot topic and shit around the time where I started comedy. It was a lot of shit like that going on. And so, you know, there was all of these narratives, right, of how you spend all your time creating material, you spend all your time creating a persona, you spend all your time dedicating it to this art form that we love, and then when the stakes get high, you know, that's when the bullshit hit. And I've experienced a lot of different experiences with that being true. Pause. There's a big ass thing over here. A lot of experiences with that being true. So when it comes to some of the things I'm experiencing right now, I keep that in mind. I keep that perspective. I'm like, dude, somebody who got where I wanted to be. And now I've evolved in different ways where that's an added bonus if I do that. I'm at a place now where I still am going to do some of those things at some point. But now that I know things that I know, now that I've had, you know, the experiences I've had with tarot, that's not my end all be all anymore, you know? But there was a point in time where I was. And to hear that coming from somebody who, you know, I looked up to, somebody I respect, and somebody who I watched the fallout, the comeback, and all that shit happen to, it's just like, yo, man, fuck that. Enjoy the journey. And he right. I mean, shit. One of the reasons why I came over here is because, nigga, I used to live. That's Palos Verdes right there. Dude, I would ride my bike like they're doing along this bike trail. It's going to turn into the beach. You ride it all the way up and you just, you cruise until there's no more beach anymore. Okay? And it's all these waters. My cousin Mike, who I don't fuck with no more, I took Mike, I took Deshaun, I took Tente, I took Jeremy and Scipio. We went boating over here. I used to like, man, who want to go boat? Let's get one of these little paddle boats. Let's get the fuck on. Let's have some fun. Like, that's what the fuck. Like, that, look, Joe Crab Shack, look what? Even that, like that. I mean, I get it. I got like luggage, but cut it out. Anyway, off all you know, I'm leaving my man, nigga. Don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers just be so whatever. Anyway, I said all that to say that's where I'm at now, man. I just, you know, I'm enjoying the journey. Like I said on my podcast, I'm on my journey of acquiring massive wealth, and I'm enjoying the journey of acquiring massive wealth. I'm enjoying all of it, all of it. Every dollar I make, every quarter I make, every dime I make, whatever the fuck, how I do it. If I'm having fun while I'm doing it, if I feel good while I'm doing it, that's all that matters. As long as I'm doing it, I'm having fun, I feel good, everything's legit. What the fuck else is there? Like, all that other shit is overkill. And I think because, I don't know, it's so weird because when you let people know that you're spiritually minded, it could go either way. People either think that you trying to be like a career hobo, or you're poverty, you have a poverty consciousness, or they think you about to be like how I've already been accused. Just, every 2 seconds I'm collecting an offering plate. Like, it's just like, slow down, guys. Let's stop with the generalizations. I'm giving y'all jokes. I'm giving y'all content. Yo, I'm figuring certain things out as I go. Okay, there's some learning curves, there's this and there's that. And also, I just decided that this whole entire journey doesn't have to suck. It just doesn't. It don't have to suck. So look, I'm chilling. Oh, I had to turn it back on. I was like, I think it went off. I had to turn it back on. Anyway, oh, this looks like really pretty, and this is like, so I'm gonna let this be the closing frame and shit. But yeah, so that's what's going on. That's the update. I'm finna catch some of this Lakers game while I work on my stores and shit. Might even still hit up some of the funding sites that I saw and I saved. So that's what I'm doing. That's what's happening. Oh, and I'm gonna buy one of my shirts. Another shirt, so I'll have two of them and start doing my YouTube videos in them. It's steps. Doing a digital product and shit, in lieu of one course that I'm making. Listen, man, look, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. All right. Bye-bye. Love y'all.